Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk about barrel inserts for 20 and 12 gauge. What I'm showing you here is a barrel insert for a 20 gauge, and this happens to be a Eastern Arms 20 gauge 2 3/4 inch shotgun that I acquired probably about 30 years ago. I got this gun for use as a kind of a trailer gun that I'd take along in my trailer when I'd go camping. Turned out to be very handy. What I did was you can see I cut the barrel down here to 18.5 inches. And I electroless nickel finished the barrel and receiver, and which gave it a good rust proofing feature, so I could have it in the environment in a trailer. And people that are in a trailer know that a lot of times in a trailer you get a lot of humidity and things will rust. So this was my rust proofing. I wanted some versatility out of this, and I thought, you know, what could I do as far as an insert if I wanted to use a sub caliber? So I picked this insert, which is for 32 ACP, and you can see there, I marked it 20 gauge 32 ACP, and there you can see the chamber. Now, something about these inserts that when I see other videos on them, it bothers me that people use these inserts and they have to do one of two things in order to get your shell out. And that is to use some kind of a dowel rod to poke all the way down the barrel and knock your shell out. Or they have a little notch. Some of the other makers have put in a notch. I put this one in, and you have to go in there with a pocket knife or something, and you need to pop your shell out. And we can take a look at what that looks like here. So you got your shell in there, you fire your shell, and then you got to come in here and pull the shell out, or get a tool or something to pull the shell out, which is what I did with this one. So I wanted to do something better, and we'll get into that one coming up next. So what you see here is a Harrington and Richardson topper 12 gauge 30 inch 3-inch mag goose gun, which I don't go goose hunting anymore, but if I ever wanted to, I could go ahead and unmodify this. I went ahead and got the 32 ACP insert for this 18 inch. And I did something a little different here. And that something here, you can see, is I went ahead and I made an ejector extractor for it. Now, why people don't do this when they use their inserts is beyond me. It makes it so much easier. You load up the gun, and now you fire your cartridge. Now you've got your extracted cartridge, and you're ready to load another one. Makes it so easy, and it's not rocket science. Anyone can do this. what I did was, at first, I ordered some extra extractors, and I looked at it and thought, well, you know, they're simple to take out, simple to install. Anyone with that has a little bit of knowledge of how to use a screwdriver and a punch can take this extractor out. And with this particular extractor, this is 12 gauge, you'd have to build up. You'd have to build up here. And you could do that with welding. So what I did was I ordered a 22 Hornet extractor for model 158 Harrington and Richardson, which you can get them in all kinds of calibers. So if you were to get an extractor in 22 Hornet, 30 carbine, one of the many calibers that they make the H&R brake barrel guns in, they're pretty much universal as far as fitting them for extraction. Some of them eject, depends on the model, depends on the age of the gun. And you can stop the ejection action by filing off one of the tines down here, one of the steps. But with the 22 and the 22 Hornet, you're getting the extended extractor. And it's pretty simple to get that to fit. All you're going to do on your barrel is you're going to start making a little chamfer to fit the extractor. It's not hard. Anyone can do it with a file. And I did this one I did in order to take it out with a little tool or a punch with a file. I did the same thing with this one here. I did not have a mill or anything. And I just came in there with a file and dremeled it out first to make it easy. Came in there with a file, and you fit your extractor. It's not hard. And you could, I guess, even go and take it to a gunsmith if you wanted to and have them do it. It shouldn't cost all that much. And I'm sure they have H&R extractors laying around right and left in most gun shops, because there's a very common gun, very popular gun in all its variations, from when Sears was pumping them out, Ted Williams brands. The extractors are so close to being the same that any modification any gunsmith could do pretty quickly. I don't imagine they would be charging you, a whole lot in order to do this modification for you. And if you ever wanted to bring the gun back to 12 gauge, simple enough. You take the extractor out, pop out your insert, and put your old extractor in that you have not modified your 12 gauge, and you're back in business. I set this one up with a scope and with a light, and it's got a laser on it. And this was my coon hunting gun in Central California. I had neighbors, so it had to be quiet. So what I did next was I reloaded. And what was fun about this is that I reloaded with 2 grains of bullseye, and I used a 110 grain soft point Sierra bullet. And with 2 grains, it's moving out of the barrel approximately around 850 feet per second. Quiet. You've got the insert in here and the shotgun, which only goes to 18 inches, which is, look at that. Look at all that barrel you got left. And I'll tell you what, it is quiet. It is very, very quiet. And I experimented with loads with 1.9 grains and 2 grains. I seem to like the 2 grain best. And with this heavy bullet, it hits hard. And I tell you what, possums, raccoons, I would even, you know, shoot a coyote with this if I had to, and it had to be quiet. It packs a wallop. And we'll probably do another video of shooting this to let you see what it does. Where do you get these inserts? You can get these inserts from MCA Sports. They're up in Alaska. I highly recommend them. Ace Dube is the owner, and I believe his wife is Donna. She's the one that handles the phones. You're not going to find them on the internet. You'll find mention of them, but to get in contact with them, they do have a Facebook page, and it's MCA Sports. And Ace Bullet Company. They manufacture cast bullets, and they do these inserts. When you order the insert, you need to tell them, specify how long you want, what caliber, and what gun you're using it in. So if you're using it in a certain model of break barrel, single shot, shotgun, or some of these over and under side-by-sides, you could have one barrel with the insert and we'll leave one 12 gauge or 20 gauge, whatever you're using. Tell them what model it is. You can even give them a serial number. That they have numerous models of these guns so that they can actually make the insert to your model of shotgun. And if you have to do any alterations, usually the only thing you have to do is use a different little rubber gasket up here, rubber O-ring. The fits on both these were fine. The only thing I had to do on the 12 gauge was get a different O-ring, and it went right in with no problem. It's been sitting in there for years, no problem. I highly recommend them. There are other manufacturers out there. I'm seeing their barrels as the best quality. You're not going to go wrong. And if you have any issues, you call Donna, contact her, and she's there to help you. I did contact them a couple of weeks ago about the availability of their inserts, and they said they're not going to be taking orders until October. So contact MCA Sports, Ace and Donna Dube, and they'll get you set up, and they'll do right by you. And again, once you get it, I would highly recommend doing the modification. Do it yourself or go have a gunsmith do it. You're going to be a lot happier than trying to get a knife in there, a pocket knife, and eject your shell, or trying to stick a wooden dowel or something, a cleaning rod down the barrel to take out your cartridge. This just makes it so much more fun. All right, that's what I had for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you get an insert, and I hope you contact MCA Sports. I'm not getting anything from them. I'm just plugging them because I like them so much. They've been so good. You're looking at prices. When I bought these were running about $80 to $110, I think. And you can specify the length that you want. I think their maximum was 18-inch, which is what this is, and which is what the insert is in here. So get it shorter if you want. I like the longer barrel. You get more out of it, especially using a small cartridge like the little 32 ACP. And that's what I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. For now, life is good in Idaho. Live free or die, folks. Bye-bye.